And welcome back as we continue working with our pixel art. If you remember, we have talked about using references and stuff like that in order to make our pixel art a lot better. Today, let's take a little step back. We're going to, of course, look at something very simple, which is that of a line. Now, we, of course, are going to be working in a bigger document than we have before. So make sure when we go set up our document today, we're doing 32 by 32 instead of the 8 by 8 or 16 by 16 that we've been doing. And then in our document, let's go ahead, just for today's exercise, let's go ahead and actually fill this here with a different fill. So instead of doing the contents as white, let's go ahead and make it black today. And we're going to go ahead and flip our brush around. Now we could do this the other way as well, but I'm just going to flip it up a little bit just to change it from what we've been doing. Now, previously, if we have used our brush tool, and you'll notice I'm still at 1 pixel, and I paint and drag, I can kind of go however I want. But if I'm trying to, for example, do a straight line and I miss just a little bit, I can, of course, end up creating something totally different. Now, I did mention this in a previous video, but if I want a straight line, the trick is to hold down the Shift key. So, for example, if I want to move straight across this document, if I hold down the Shift key, I can, of course, move straight across. Additionally, if I hold down the Shift key, I can also create lines that are in other directions just by doing a click. So that's also one of the advantages. So by holding down if I do a single click first to start a point, and then I hold down the Shift key, I can make it automatically draw a straight line, or as straight as we can get it with our pixels, into the direction that I want it to go. Similarly, if I keep holding down that Shift key and it didn't release it, and I click again, it's going to make that straight line from wherever I last clicked. So again, I'm still holding down the Shift key, and if I click again, you can see how it will create a straight line exactly from where I left off. And that can allow us to actually go through and create some pretty unique patterns and shapes. So for example, you can see right here, we have done kind of a little, looks almost like a stairs or some kind of zigzag pattern. Now I've released the Shift key. If I go ahead and press Shift again, you will see even though I released the Shift key, it's still operating from wherever I last clicked. Now if I just do a single click here and I don't have the Shift key, you notice it will not fill that line in. It's only if I have the Shift key pressed down. Now notice it's not doing anything because again, when I clicked just that single click and I try to do a click on its own, sometimes it will not necessarily follow through. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and refill this again with black just so it's reset. And now let's go ahead and use the same idea to create some kind of pattern. So for example, I might start in this corner here, go to this corner, and click here, hold down Shift, create a very simple X-shaped pattern. But maybe I want to also have this pass through the middle. So let's maybe have it go through here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this, of course, maybe go through here. Looks like I didn't quite line the pixel up there. There we go. And maybe I want this center to actually be a little bit wider. Maybe I want it to be 2 pixels wide. Same thing here. All right. And you can see I'm already making a nice kind of geometric pattern here using my artwork simply just by using straight lines. So this is something pretty simple that I've made. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and come back in just a second to show you something that I made using just lines. And here we are coming back. You can see how I've used lines in order to create this nice pattern here. Now notice this is just all black and white. I haven't done anything using any colors. And if I wanted to, I of course could always switch back to using black, for example, and I could add other distinct patterns in here as well if I wanted to kind of break up some of this white. So for example, I just added these 2 black dots right here just to kind of help break up this middle section. But again, just wanted to show you how you can use lines to create simple patterns. And drawing straight lines is very, very easy in Photoshop. Using that Shift key is going to come in super helpful, especially since you just can simply click and point where you want that line to go.